How do you know Easter is on its way? Well, the bunny is back. Where are you going, bunny? You hiding your eggs? I bet you are. It looks like spring is arriving. Hi, this is Margaret Byrd and welcome to Color Quest. We are going to take a break from Aruba for a week because Easter is this weekend, and every year I love to color Easter eggs. I've been doing it my whole life, but it's only been in the last few years that I have used natural color in order to color Easter eggs. You will find recipes all over the internet for them. So I thought I would play around a little bit using some of the darlings in the Easter egg dye world, like Cabbage and Beet, but also mixing it up a little bit and testing some parameters on how colors may mix together, how some dye matters can create wonderful impressions on their own, and others that, well, fail or change. Let's just say I've been doing this long enough to know that every year colors are different. So don't be surprised if some of the colors might not be what you're expecting. And trust that if you do it at home, you may also get different results. Just go with it with your eyes open and see what nature decides to bring you. There are lots of videos on my YouTube channel of different dye sources that would make for quite an interesting Easter egg dye. So I hope that you will check out some of those videos and maybe get some more ideas beyond what we work on today. Let's get cooking some color. You never realize how amazing the colors are until you see them all together, and then it's really pretty remarkable. Even though I didn't achieve red with beet this time, and I got an insane deep blue with cabbage that had vinegar, which, as you probably know from your childhood of dyeing Easter eggs, is that they always said to put vinegar in the water. And with cabbage, vinegar acts as a pH shift. So it actually alters the color to pink, but it made the most beautiful blue, whereas the neutral cabbage was a very pale green. So you just never know what Mother Nature's going to provide for you. One egg that I did make specially for a creative friend of mine who owns ducks is the noble fur egg that I made. It's a noble fur that's been shifted with iron, and I actually have a video about how to do that, and I decided to try an egg, and wow, I just loved the way it looked. It really mimicked a duck's egg. So anyway, I had a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed this too. I hope that you will check out some of the other videos where you can see how to make some of the other dyes and even expand out into some different dye matters that you might have beyond the sort of traditional Easter egg dye materials. So I'm going to quickly show you what it looks like in all the eggs together out here on my back porch. Wow, look at all those. This is noble fur with, it's like a gray, a rich gray, warm gray. And then that's with the onion skin. Here's the other box. I mean, oh my God, look at that. That's cabbage with vinegar. So crazy. And I just loved this one with the stripe. Gosh. So anyway, these are all this is red onion skin. This is yellow, but I also had yellow onion skin here. So you can see even just doing it 2 or 3 different times, you get a different color. Although I chose to do this with white eggs, try it out with brown eggs, because actually you will get even different colors. And don't be afraid to try over dyeing. So in the past I have taken a yellow egg, which I used turmeric, and then put it into cabbage to over dye with blue. I got a green egg, a greener egg. All right, so I wish all of you a very happy Easter season and hope that spring is sprung. If you are in the Southern Hemisphere and it's fall time, well, why not try maybe dyeing with different kinds of leaves? Eucalyptus leaves or Japanese maple makes a beautiful color. So try that out if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. Now, next time on Color Quest, we are going to look at a spring flower that's only in bloom here for a very short amount of time, but that has a blue hue, and that is hyacinth. And if you've been watching the previous few weeks where I was foraging in Aruba, there will be several additional videos of the foraging trip that I took in Aruba. That will be back at you in a few weeks. But next week, join me here as we look at hyacinth to see if that rare blue is going to be given to us by that beautiful spring bloom. Have a great week and look forward to seeing you next Friday on Color Quest.